The second most popular starting move, it immediately establishes a presence in the center of the board. A popular response that makes this a closed game. The Queen's Gambit exchanges this pawn for control of the center. Starting the positional battle of a Queen's Gambit declined. This develops and supports the center. This captures a pawn while opening a line for the queen. e3 supports the d4 pawn and opens the diagonal for the light-squared bishop attacking the pawn on c4. Knight f6 develops the knight toward the center and controls the e4 square. Bishop takes c4 captures the c4 pawn and develops the bishop to an active diagonal where it controls d5. 5 takes space in the center and attacks the d4 pawn. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. Knight c6 develops the knight toward the center and attacks the d4 pawn. White's bringing that queen into the battle. Solid choice. This threatens to attack the bishop with a pawn. White develops the knight and supports the center. Nice. Look at this. This kicks the bishop. What's next? The bishop is safe, thank goodness. Time to breathe. Developing that bishop. A solid opening choice. This threatens to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. That calmly steps the pawn away to avoid danger and keep balance. There was only one good move, and that was it. That calmly steps the knight away to avoid danger and keep balance. That knight is now under pressure. What a crazy discovered attack by black. Solid trade, nothing crazy. Keeps things balanced. Simple capture. Boom! A passed pawn. That's a powerful weapon. Now that knight controls more of the board. Ignoring the threat on the rook, spicy. What a move. What a move. Super solid, right on target. The best move here, no doubt about it. Even Steven trade, nothing crazy here. Recapture that piece. Getting that rook off the sidelines and into the action, solid choice in the opening. Smooth, just scooting that pawn out of harm's way while keeping the piece. This misses an opportunity to capture a free pawn. Strong choice, right on target. You love to see it. Solid move, nothing crazy here. That defends the pawn. Yo, that bishop just claimed a sweet outpost. This open file gives the rook a sweet view of the whole chessboard. Black develops that bishop. Good for the middle game. Spicy. That pawn was just sitting there waiting to be snatched up. What a move. Super solid, right on target. This misses a better way to move a bishop to a more active position. White just pulled ahead. Not looking good for black. That's a bodyguard move right there, keeping that pawn safe. The best move here, no doubt about it. That bishop's new spot lets it control more squares. That calmly steps the rook away to avoid danger and keep balance. Solid trade. Keeps things even Steven on the board. This threatens to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. That rook on the outpost is living the dream. This misses an opportunity to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. That pawn push challenges for the center. Good job, White. What? A free pawn? You don't see that every day. What just happened? Strong choice, right on target. You love to see it. This reaches across the board to pick off the pawn. That pawn capture will win material at the end of the trades. Easy peasy recapture. Simple capture. That calmly steps the queen away to avoid danger and keep balance. Spicy. That pawn was just sitting there waiting to be snatched up. Whew, that rook is now in a safe zone. Not bad, but not brilliant. That outpost is locked down by the bishop. Look at this! This kicks the rook. What's next? Smooth. Just scooting that rook out of harm's way while keeping the piece. What a move. Super solid, right on target. Evading that checking queen like a boss. Now that's a bishop with some serious range. That blocks the check from the opposing bishop. The best move here, no doubt about it.